This is how you fake it till you make it. I am going to build my confidence right here before your eyes, and I am poop scared. I'll use that because I don't even know if it's allowed for me to say the other words. So I'm poop scared right now. But I wanted to be able to give you an idea of how do you actually build your confidence when you are scared to death to do the thing. And I'm doing it here right now. So hi, I'm new here, and I'm sure you are too. My name is Angela Christie. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I am an introvert. Yes, I am a dang on introvert. I am also somewhat of a nerd and can feel socially awkward at times. I just found out that I am what do you call it? Anxious, avoidant, attachment style. Whatever the heck that means. That's a lot of words. So just found that out. I'm gonna research and figure out what all that means. But it sounds like a whole bunch of junk that will keep me from actually showing up is what I'm trying to get at. But I have so much to offer, and so I'm here to share the tons of learnings that I've had over the years in my journey that makes me the best spiritual life coach you have ever met. Okay? That's it. So let's go. All right, I'm going to share some, one point and only one point on how to actually build your confidence instantly. But first and foremost, I want to say this. I want to offer so much value in this video for you. I don't want you to get overwhelmed by taking notes or anything. You might just be consumed by who the heck is this person and what does she have to say. So I am attaching a link below for you to grab this free PDF file, whatever, workbook. How about that? A workbook on some prompts that will help you actually do some of the things that I am going to be sharing today. So you want to go ahead and grab that because it is going to help you actually sustain confidence. I'm going to share this point one that's going to help you instantly get that confidence. So make sure you get that workbook. Point one and only point one, you got to do what I'm doing right now. No, I'm not talking about going live because maybe that's not what you need to do, but you got to get uncomfortable. That's what is necessary for you to build your confidence instantly. You got to do the do that you need to do in order to get what you want to get, what you want to do. I don't know. That didn't make sense. Anyways, I was trying to free flow right there and it didn't work. So whatever, it does not matter right now. All mistakes are on the table for you guys to see that it does happen and it is a-okay. So this is how you build your confidence. Yes, I got my notes right here, by the way, so that I can stay on track. It's like that saying where they say, practice makes perfect, which is somewhat of a misnomer because we're not trying to be perfect here. That's not the point that I want to hone in on. I want to hone in on the practicing part. The more that you do a thing, the more that it becomes a habit. And so as it becomes a habit, the more comfortable you get. So the point is really, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to be okay, or you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So what I found is that, okay, here where I'm at right now, what do I want? I want to be really good at speaking, and speaking in front of 1 million people is what I really would like to do. And so the best way for me to do that is just to go ahead and get in front of you guys right now. So let's just take a normal everyday habit. I want to put this into context. You got a normal everyday habit like brushing your teeth. We know how to brush our teeth. We don't have a problem with brushing our teeth, right? It's something that we know how to do without even thinking about it. Now, you don't get nervous. What if someone asks you to, or they say, hey, I'm gonna give you $1,000 to brush your teeth each time you brush your teeth on stage in front of 1,000 people. Would that thing make you nervous? That thing would make you nervous. I think so. All the thoughts that comes to mind are, what would they think? What would they say? How do I look? Am I looking foolish? You can't really want to hear or see me do this, right? Like, all of those negative thoughts come to your mind. But isn't it the easiest thing to do? Like, it's not the brushing the teeth really that makes this so freaking scary and hard. It's the fear that makes it look and seem 10 times as big as it is. And it's really just simply brushing your teeth, right? It's just something that you do all the time. But the more that you do it, the better you get at it. So that is my point 1. And point 1 only, or only point 1. So everybody tells you to be confident, you just need to do it. You just need to do it. But why is it when someone asks you to do a thing and you're like, oh yeah, for sure, I'll do that. Yeah, I can do that. And then when it comes time to do it, it's just like, I don't think I can do this. I really don't think I can do this. I got my cold pressed drink here. So take, for instance, the brushing the teeth. So toothbrush, toothpaste in hand. You're standing right there before the 3 steps that lead you right up to that stage. And for some reason, it feels like you have a rope wrapped around your ankles and you cannot, for nothing in your life, make your right foot contact that first step. You're stuck. You're freaking stuck. Why is this? What is really going on? This is what you call fear. I was about to say fear. That is what you call fear. How can I get confident if I feel like I want to puke and run the opposite direction? That is the thing. That is the crux of the issue. So what we really want to ask is, how do we deal with the fear? How do we manage the fear? And notice that I'm not saying overcome the fear, because there's always going to be fear, and fear is not bad. I know we want to think that fear is bad, and people make us influence us to believe that fear is bad, but fear is really a good thing. Fear, for as long as humanity has been on this earth, has helped us to put up our guard in the face of danger. Fear is a survival mechanism. It is only because of the fear of us knowing what is good. I don't want to say good, but what. So let me just go ahead and say what I gotta say, because I'm getting off track right there and I'm gonna get myself into something. So fear of like a saber-toothed tiger, or fear of a pandemic, fear of lightning. We have in our history have been saved because of our fear. We've saved ourselves because we didn't understand what that is. Let us go the opposite direction, or you might even decide that you want to fight it. And so those 2 responses have kept us alive this long. We have evolved as humanity because of our fear. So we don't want to bash fear. We just want to manage the fear, right? So then we fast forward to today, and we're more industrialized, so we don't have that issue. We're not running after wild animals right now. It's more of a psychological and emotional thing that we deal with. This is more mental, things that we cannot touch, that we are so fearful of. So after generation after generation, we have evolved into being fearful beings of things that do not really exist. I'll just say that really quietly. But we're not gonna bash that. We'll just say that we're not gonna bash that. But these emotional fears, these psychological fears, have us running just like we were running back in the day from that bear that was chasing us, right? It has us responding to things in a way that we're either fleeing, like I want to puke and run in the opposite direction, or fighting when someone triggers us because they said something crazy. Was it really crazy though? Like, so this is the thing that's running in us, that is actually, this is what's happening when it comes down to actually exercising our confidence. Let's see, where am I? But our body is responding automatically to what we have been programmed to experience. That is, we've been programmed to experience the fear of da 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 da, and a lot of time, whatever da 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 is our past history, is our experiences in life. And so if we have so like, let's just take it like this. So how we did yesterday is how we did the day before. We've done today as we did yesterday. And so we have been in this whole like pattern of just doing life. This makes us feel really safe. Nothing is, nothing is changing. Nothing new is coming in. We're just doing life. We feel safe. We feel comfortable. The moment that someone asks us to do something new, or there's a change in our life, that is when we experience that feeling of, oh snap, I don't feel safe anymore. Oh, things aren't going like they used to be. I feel out of control. That is fear. That is when we don't feel the most confident. When our conditioning or our certain way of life has been threatened, the unknown, what is to come, what we're uncertain about, scares us. So how come some are able to actually get past this and some people aren't? And I'm so glad you asked, because that is the exact thing that I want to talk about next. The how. This is a matter of internal work. So I told you earlier, the way that you instantly become confident is just by doing the thing. And you see, as you do the thing, you feel more comfortable. You get into it. Before I was like, and I want to say, but now I'm like, okay, whatever, fuck it. Excuse me, bump it. I made a mistake. Let me get back on track. What am I trying to say, really? Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. And it's okay, and you just keep on going. Well, when you do the internal work, this is what brings about the most confidence for you. This is what sustains you. Once you actually taken that first step, you have to show up again another time. You might even have to talk about a different topic or something that you don't know. You might even have to show up in front of a whole group of people that you never met before. So that fear comes back every time there's something new that comes into your life, or there's a change in what you're used to. And so to be able to be that person, that confident person, that whole entire time, or for the rest of your life, there's internal work that has to be done, because what is causing this from the beginning? What is giving us this feeling of, ooh, when fear happens, when our adrenaline gets high, our heart starts racing, our hands start getting real clammy and sweaty. We sweat in areas that we never sweat before, like, and then you go into overdrive, overthinking, and you can't even think. Really, you can't think. You can't even act calmly either. Like, that's some serious fear. So when you get to that point, the work that needs to be done is actually starting off with, let me see how many points. Three steps. First thing, awareness. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to realize, like, okay, oh shoot, I am scared right now. What the freak? My hands are sweaty. My heart is racing. I can hardly breathe. I feel like, I'm about to faint. Like, stop right there and just become aware. Wait a minute. I'm scared. I'm really, really scared right now. Like, this is scaring the mess out of me. I feel like I'm about to puke and I want to run away. You want to breathe. You want to take this in. You want to feel all those feelings. Recognize them though. Like, the way that you feel them is by acknowledging, like, oh wait, whew, I feel the tightness. I'm gonna breathe through that. And it's okay. You know, maybe this is like right before you're about to get on the stage. It's all right. What you want to do is breathe. You want to breathe right there. But if you're like being approached by, you know, a situation that you know, some trauma that you've experienced in your past, that is like you've shut down and you've not allowed yourself. So let me just step back for a second, because this is why fear is so good. Fear has helped us survive. And as a child, no, we didn't have that tiger running after us as a child. But we might have had a situation, some type of trauma. And when I say trauma, I'm not talking about necessarily in a, you know, there's healing for those that have, you know, had very traumatic experiences during their childhood. But there's also trauma when your needs weren't met as a child. Your emotional needs weren't met as a child. So, for example, like you are crying, your parent, you know, your parent is single, and you're crying. Your parent don't understand you, can't really understand you because you're, what, 5. And so your parents like, go in the room and you can come out when you're calm. And so you're left there to actually deal with your own emotions, and you don't really know how to process them. But what you do know and process, or what you do conclude from that situation is that, okay, it's not right to cry. I get put in a room, I get put out of my parents' presence when I cry, and so I won't do that again. And so now you're an adult, and you know, you've stuffed all those moments that have came along the way down, and you haven't cried. And so now you're in a relationship and you're presented the opportunity to cry, and it's like, oh hell no, I'm not about to do that. That is fear. That is fear saying that if you do cry, you will lose control. You will not be yourself anymore. You will not be strong, or whatever else you might be telling yourself. And so that is the awareness. That is where you need to see yourself right there. It's like, oh, why do I shut down right there? What is, because it might not even look like fear. It might look like protection. It might come off as something else. But why do you not want to open up to the person that loves you, that you should be, and that you are or should be most intimate with? Right? So being able to be aware, and this is stuff that I will address. This is what that workbook that I'm linking below will help you start seeing those things that might be ever so subtle. Help you see those things that will that you respond in fear to. So that's the first thing. You want to notice it with grace, though. You don't want to beat yourself up and be like, dang it, why am I so, you know, I want to say some other words, but why am I like this? I shouldn't even be like this. That sucks. Like, you know, you should really, really be graceful for yourself, because like I said, if this is something that came from your childhood, this was your survival mode. This is how you survive, because every child wants to have attention. Every child wants to be touched. Every child wants to be loved. And if there's something that has kept you from being loved, touched, and paid attention to, you will find a way to prevent that, stop that, stuff it down, whatever, so that you can experience the presence of your parent. Like, we do what we have to do to survive. The unfortunate thing is we use it too much in overdrive, and now we're in survival mode all the time. We're in survival mode, and that's another video that I can talk about. But anyways, so for me, this is an example for me. When I'm building my business and I have daily tasks that I need to do, if I get to a point to where I feel like I can't do a thing, or I don't know how to do a thing, or I feel like it's hard, I am easily distracted, because I feel like I'm gonna fail at that. And so when I can realize, like, oh, you are afraid that you're gonna fail at this because this is something totally new for you. Like, this whole building a business is new, but even inside building a business, every task that I do, I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do that. And then I'm like, wait a minute, you're being scared, girl. Why are you being so scared? What could possibly happen? And when I really just look at that, like, what could possibly happen? Well, I could fail. I could really disappoint my dad. I could really look like a complete idiot. I could really, really waste a lot of time. Like, all of those things, are they true? Are they really true? But that's what's going on in my head. And so when I become aware, I can really shine some light on it and say, wait a minute. It goes into my next point, beliefs. Really shine the light on it and say, wait, is that true? Is that universally true? Or is that just my opinion? And who cares? You know, like, there's so many questions that you can ask yourself. But anyways, okay, so beliefs. Beliefs are the stories that you tell yourself. That's exactly what I just showed you. I just told you, like, these are the stories that you tell yourself, and you have to really just sit down and say, come on now. Come, you really believe that there's a bear chasing after you. Like, you really believe you're about to die today. Like, come on now. No. So yeah, you have to really, when you become aware and you start asking your questions, you start seeing those beliefs. And then this is the big question. I have some other questions that you can really follow and get deeper into, like, the belief and where does it come from? What is the root of it? But the main question to get you started is this universally true? So that means, does everybody in the world believe this, or does this happen to everybody in the world, or is this an opinion? And most of the time, it's an opinion. It's like buttholes. Everybody got them. You got them. Daddy got them. Mama. Everybody got them. But it doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean that it is absolutely true and this is absolutely how it's going to happen. Not so. Not the case. And so when you're able to address those beliefs, then you can go into the third part, and that is create, rewrite, and create a new scenario. Create a scene and outcome for yourself that is more serving. So asking questions like, what if this gets to be? What if this gets to be easy? What if this gets to be fun? What if this gets to be the way I get paid? What if this gets to impact more people than I could have ever imagined? What if this gets to be my passion in life? What if this gets to be the thing that frees me and my family from financial burdens? Like, what if this gets to be is a really great question to ask, because then you start writing what you really want instead of paying attention to the beliefs of what you don't want to happen. So, yeah. So now I want to go into, again, let me just say this. I don't know if I've said it before. Yeah, I did. I know I did. At least once, maybe twice. But guys, this is so on my heart to just really help you get to a place of just being fully confident. And so, yes, you can exercise confidence right now, but I also believe that there's a work that needs to be done as well. Like, it's inevitable, because what is keeping you from being confident? Confident is a skill, so it's learned. But if you look at little children, you know, I feel like they confident. They are not really considering what the other person is thinking, what mistake they might make, what looks right, what doesn't look right, what is right, what's not right, what's good, what's bad. They just do whatever comes to mind. Boop, all right, let's go. Let's just pretend and do this. And they can pretend to be a monkey Like, they can pretend to be a monkey and it is a-okay. To me, let me pretend to be a monkey. No, I look like an idiot. What the heck am I doing? Why? No. I'm not. They have confidence. It is our natural way to be just a-okay with ourselves. And so what I'm trying to get at is, guys, I am like adamant. I am passionate about helping people really get to the root of the issue. Yes, it's good to just, if you got to activate that confidence right now, activate it. Fake it till you make it. Yes, that's good. But to actually be able to do that on a consistent basis, I believe there's work that has to be done. You have to really get internal with it. And so that is why I'm giving this workbook for free, because there is like, and how do I say, there is an abundance of potential that is beyond what we can even imagine of what we can do for ourselves, for our family, for our friends, our community. Like, we can be so much more than who a lot of us are actually being. Like, we're not tapping into our full potential. And so that's where my heart is. Okay, so this last part, because I'm running up. Bonus is, I want to highlight some beliefs, some real quick beliefs. And just using that example from above where I was saying, okay, you got your toothbrush, toothpaste in hand. How do you actually move? Talking about beliefs. Maybe there's belief number one, lack of competency. Like, you just don't believe that you can do it. But this thing, trust and believe, if you are actually pursuing it and, you know, your heart is drawing you to it. Like, my heart is drawing me to do this live. I'm not just doing it because I need to get better at speaking. No, this is truly what I want to do. So if your heart is drawing you to it, that means there's something in you that already knows how to do it. I know how to talk to my husband. I know how to talk to my friends. I know how to talk to them without being on camera. Like, it's easy. Okay, so I know how to do that. Lack of competence is not even for real. So taking that example before, you don't know how to brush your teeth. Clearly you know how to brush your teeth because you don't have any cavities. You're good at it. So let's just go ahead and tell ego bye-bye, because you're telling me lies that I shouldn't even believe anyways. Belief number two, I might trip and fall. Yes, you might just trip and fall, and it's okay. You might just trip and fall, and it's okay. You made the audience laugh. Like, there you go. How do you turn that into a lesson? Well, I know how to make the audience laugh, and I know how to break the ice real quick and easy. So you just get back up. And that's with every failure, I like to call lesson. Every lesson is a step to success. Every failure, if you want to use that, is a step to success. You know how to do it. You will not do anything in life without falling on your face. So it's okay. It's a-okay. You know how to use those falls in your favor. Belief number three, the audience may reject me. Okay. Yeah. Let me just say this. The audience is not one big person. Okay? It's not one big person, and the one whole audience is not going to reject you. Not 100% of the audience is going to reject you. So, most of the people that are there either paid or are like super duper interested in seeing you brush your teeth on stage. Like, so they have already accepted you. Period. You are accepted, because they wouldn't even be there. And that's how I feel about, you know, me being on here. Like, I'm just speaking to the people that are for me. I'm not trying to speak to the person or convince the person that this is how you build confidence, that don't really care about building confidence. They just want to be in their hole and hide from society. Like, I'm not talking to them. This is not going to reach them. It's not going to even show up on their feed. And if it does, they're going to click off. I'm not talking to them. It's okay. I'm talking to you, the ones who have listened or watched this video all the way to the end. Like, that's who you are really banking on. You are showing up for them. And so forget about that. Forget about the rejection. You know, I mean, I know that's hard because I had to deal with that a lot. And if anybody knows how it feels to be rejected, it is me. I know. I know. Anyways, that's another story. And then belief number 4, lack of experience. And that takes me back to point number 1 and point number 1 only. You gotta do what I'm doing. You just got to. You gotta do it, guys. If you want to be confident in whatever it is that's making you so afraid, just show up for yourself. Just show up. Say, freak it, I'm gonna do it. And there we have it. I did it, guys. I actually recorded my first live video today. And that makes me feel really good. Can you even imagine how many rungs I just climbed up on the ladder of confidence? Like, I skipped so many steps just by showing up right here, right now. And I'm this close to being like, I don't care. Actually, I'm there already because I feel calm right now. And this is what I want for you. You can do the very same thing. Yes, it's scary when you first walk up to that stage, when you first about to push the live, well, when you push the live button, or right before you push the live button. Yes, it's scary, but once you do it, you get comfortable, you get into it, and it's all good. So, all right, guys. That's that. I really hope that this helped you. It is my heart's desire that this is, really helps you change some things for yourself and really activate that confidence that is already within you right now, starting right now. Because I just showed you how. I just showed you how. This is my very first live. This is my very first live on YouTube. I've done lives on Facebook a couple of times, but it was so robotic. Like, this is my first time doing it in this way. That'll take a whole nother video for me to explain. But trust and believe that this is my first time doing a live. And it was scary, but I'm okay. I didn't die. I might have made a couple of mistakes. I think I did. It's all good. I got off track a couple of times. It's okay. I lost my thought. Yeah, but it's okay. I conveyed the message. I got it across. So it is a-okay. I hope this helps. Don't forget, click on the link below to get your workbook and get started today on your inner work so that you can sustain your confidence for the long run. All right. Love you. Until the next video, I'll talk to you later.